I'm here with Ethan Naht'e. He's the editor of a publication known as the Arkansas Out of Doors, the official publication of the Arkansas Wildlife Federation. Mr. Naht'e, is it?
Yes, sir.
Could you please tell me a little bit about your publication and the importance of wildlife on our community?
Well, we are part of the National Wildlife Federation. Most states in the United States all have a chapter affiliate. Arkansas Wildlife Federation is the same age as the National Wildlife Federation, so we were started in 1936. We're 77 this year. Our publication we put out in 1946. I've actually have copies of our first two issues online at issue.com/AOD. So it's kind of cool seeing what's happening, 60, 70 years ago. But the reason we put it out is to not only talk about in the newspaper important things going on in the state, to get people to pay attention and maybe go talk to their congressman or whatever. But there's also fun things in there about places to go visit, whether it's a state park or a lake, things of that nature. The other thing is to educate the public, not just the children, but the general public about the things going on conservation-wise in their state. Some of our members are hunters and anglers. Some of them are some of them are canoeists. Some of them are hikers. Some of them are nature photographers. So the paper is really put out there to educate. And it's not just about Arkansas Wildlife Federation. I include other organizations like the Game and Fish Commission, the U.S. Forest Service, Arkansas Department of Environmental Quality, Audubon. I try to show that all of our groups are working towards kind of the same goal in preserving and conserving and trying to keep our states natural.
Okay. Could you please tell me some of the issues that you can see that are reoccurring that the public may need to be aware of?
Right now, a lot of the states, this being spring, a lot of the capitals around the U.S. are having their bill hearings. So the Senate and the House are voting on various things. And in Arkansas, some of the things that are really hot topics right now are both the energy efficiency bill, which fortunately did pass, and a water quality bill that is having trouble getting passed. Because what's going to happen is it's going to lower the standards for water quality, and not only will that affect Arkansas, but the states that are above us. If they change some of these things, it's going to affect how their water is going to flow to Arkansas and things like the Mississippi. And any state that's beside us or below us, like Louisiana, if they lower our water qualities, it's going to decrease the water quality in Louisiana or in Mississippi as the water goes down through there. So if you lower the water qualities, you're going to hurt the animals, you're going to hurt the people, you're going to hurt the soil. I mean, it's just a chain effect.
What do you think is the most effective way for the average person? What can they do? Is it better to write their elected officials? What would you think?
Everybody has their strengths. Some people are really good at being lobbyists, whether they're an official lobbyist or if they want to just write to their officials or call their House or state representatives. Some people are really good with coming out and volunteering, like we do own property projects with helping rehabilitate the land or helping build trails so people can enjoy trails. So some people are better at doing the outdoor stuff like that. And then some people are good at writing grants. A lot of these, we're a nonprofit organization. We get no money from the government. If you're in a different state, like say Mississippi, if you're good at writing grants, I'm sure they could always use help with a good grant writer to help raise money, to help the organization to keep functioning, to get the things accomplished they need accomplished, or to help save an area, or to help buy property for an area that might be getting that's going to be destroyed by some construction work or something like that. There's all kinds of things that people can do. I also got to educate a lot of the schools and Boy Scout and Girl Scout and 4-H clubs because we've got to get the kids interested. So if you have children, get them involved. I mean, granted, there are good applications on our media and social things today that help people learn about nature. And there are great TV shows on Discovery Channel and stuff. But you've got to get them outside and get them interested in nature because there's too many of them that sit inside watching TV, not getting any exercise, and they know nothing about the outdoors. But they don't know anything about it, they're not going to save it. So your grandchildren won't have anything to enjoy when they start growing up.
Okay. What are some basic things, let's just say around the house, that not only the youth but the adults might not be aware of that they're doing this, destroying the planet?
Destroying the planet. Well,
or the wildlife, rather.
Well, one thing the National Wildlife Federation does that you can find on their site is they have what's called backyard habitat, and you can get certified. And basically, you just meet certain requirements of having like a certain number of things, like water or types of feeders available for wildlife. But you want to do things that are for plants or that are for animals that are native to your area. If you put in a lot of exotic trees and bushes and flowers, yes, they're pretty, but it doesn't provide food or habitat for your native animals, so you don't have the birds or the raccoons or squirrels or rabbits, whatever you like, coming around. If you work on some of these little simple projects like that don't even cost a lot of money, you can even become a certified wildlife habitat homeowner or renter even. And they're showing that a couple of things. One, if your home is a certified wildlife habitat, it increases the value of your property. You're also helping the animals. In addition to that, kids who are growing up on a certified wildlife habitats and are seeing the songbirds out in the backyard and seeing the squirrels out playing, it seems to increase their test scores. I'm not sure how they did all the background research for that, but they're showing on their website that it's increasing the kids' test scores because they're getting interested in more things than just looking at a computer screen. So that helps.
Okay.
Another thing is your adapters for all your digital devices, your phone, your iPads, and your everything else. Even if you don't have your phone or iPad plugged in, but you leave that adapter plugged in, what's called a wall wart, it still drains energy. It costs you money and it's wasting energy. Even if you're not hooked up to it, it still has a trickle effect, and it adds up. That's just simple little things like that.
Now I know you have to get out of here. Here's the publication itself. What is the website address, or what's the best way to contact you if they have any questions?
Well, our website is arkansaswildlifefederation.org. And then our website has my contact in there, or the magazine itself has the contact is arkwf@sbcglobal.net. That goes directly to me. I'm the executive director. And then we're on Facebook, facebook.com/Arkansas Wildlife Federation. If you are a member of our organization, you can get the paper in a hard copy format, or you can choose to go green and get it in electronic format. But even if you're not a member, shoot me an email. I'll be more than happy to put you on the email list. Now, don't spam people. I'll put you on the list and let you know every couple of months when our paper comes out, where you can read it for free at issue.com. And that's ISSUU.com. There's not an E in it. Issue.com/AOOD. It's free to read on there. You can keep up what we're doing because colleges use some of our material for their curriculum. Colleges and high schools are affiliates of ours. The general public, we have a lot of affiliates, but if you can get the word out there, that's all we care about. We're not in this to make money. We're out there to educate people and get them to go outside and help keep, the conservation effort happening.
Okay. I haven't seen this magazine around. Is this just predominantly in Arkansas where somebody can get an actual physical publication?
Normally the physical publication, unless you're a member of the organization, and I have members who live in Mississippi or Tennessee or Missouri that I do send a copy to in the mail. But once again, if you don't even want to get a membership but still want to keep up with what we're doing, you can go to look at it for free on issue.com, or you can shoot me an email and I'll be happy to send you a PDF copy.
Okay.
I'm very flexible.
Okay. Now, you said you've been on the Discovery Channel. Did I hear you right or no?
I've been in television, and I've also been a professional journalist for many, many years. Of course, I'm here promoting my professional writing as a fiction author. But I used to do a lot of production work for programs that were on Discovery Channel, USA Network, did some stuff for MTV, Much Music, which is Canada's version of MTV. I've done stuff for ABC, Fox Network, and a few other things. Got some documentaries in the works. And I used to do my own TV shows, interview celebrities, if you will, everything from rock stars to actors and authors and stuff, because that's just, the entertainment field has always been my business.
Okay. Now, you had a booth sit here at the Pro Row at this convention. What did you have up here?
I had a variety of the anthologies I'm in. I'm in about 10 different anthologies, which means that there's anywhere from about 12 to maybe 24 authors in a book. And it's short stories that I have in those books. So I have one short story in each of those books. And then I've got a couple of novels in the work, and I've got some screenplays that are floating around Hollywood at the moment. So I'm out here just kind of promoting a variety of things. And I had my dragon eggs. I don't know if you saw them, but my dragon eggs were a little impulse buy item I came up with. So each egg is decorated uniquely, and it contains an original piece of dragon-related poetry that I wrote that was for sale. And it's just one of those items. Sometimes whenever people come by the tables, they can't afford a book, but if I can get them interested in maybe buying a little inexpensive egg, and they like what they see, and my information is on the back, hopefully they'll contact me and decide they might want to buy a book later on.
Right.
And at the very least, the eggs look cool, so there's something you can put up on your shelf, or the kids like them, especially the little camouflage-looking eggs.
Are they very fragile?
Well, some of them are just regular, plastic Easter eggs I've decorated, and some of them are heavier duty eggs. So the prices range from $2 to $4 to $5. So they can be fragile. If you're not paying attention to what you're doing, just like if you're out Easter egg hunting and you step on the egg instead of picking it up and putting it in your basket.
Right.
If you do that, the dragon comes out and gets you.
Where can I get a hold to any of that? Is there a website for that as well? All that stuff?
I've had a website for my company for several years. It's liveandloud.net. liveandloud.net. And my email and address and stuff is on there. My stories range from horror to sci-fi to fantasy to tall tales and even young adult. And I like to put a lot of historical fiction in it, so when you read some of my stuff, you actually are learning sometimes.
Okay. Well, I know I got to let you go and you got to get out of here. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we leave?
In regards to the writing part of it, I also am a co-producer for a project called Comic Book Literacy.
Okay.
If you have kids who don't like reading or they only like to look at stuff that's on the computer screen and not in a physical book, comic books are a really excellent way, or graphic novels, or even the Sunday funnies, because of the images, it gets kids interested. It also works great for people who are English as a second language. Gene Simmons from Kiss, when he came from Israel as a child and moved to New York, he couldn't understand the New Yorkers in their fast speaking. He used comic books to learn how to speak English.
Wow.
But comic books are a great way, and even movies like Harry Potter, if we can get the kids reading, that's awesome. Because as a writer, I just can't fathom not reading, because it's just a world unto itself. You can escape, whether you're reading biographies or you're reading fantasy. It's a way to get out from the real world and just enjoy yourself.
Modern day mythology, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I surely appreciate you, sir. Anything else before we leave out?
About all I can think of. Like I said, feel free to contact me about anything, whether it's the nature stuff or it's about the writing. Just make sure you put something in the subject line besides hi or leave it blank, because otherwise I get about 800 spam a day.
I understand that. All right, thank you, sir, and you have a good one now.
Y'all too.